Found this in my dollar bill coin or change. It's a star note. This one's a little bit less common than a lot of them are. Most of them I've found so far, but it's still not super rare. This star note I found is very common, but I guess to get these where they're not common, you're probably going to have to find really old ones. And probably not any modern currency. It's kind of a neat serial number on that one. And for those who don't know, never been to this website before, where'sgeorge.com. If you have one that's stamped like that, you can go to that website and see where your dollar bill's been. Other ones with kind of neat serial numbers. 4 3s in a row. I've gotten 6 7s on a 20 before, but I still have it, but it's not super rare. All right. Let's talk about what I got today. I like books like this one. F15 on the front. This is from '86, and it was at a little library thing in a mall where you can drop off books or pick up books to read. It's all free. And there's a Harrier jump jet. There's a lot of information in this about older airplane, like this FA-10 Thunderbolt, which is a pretty impressive airplane that can take a lot of damage. Now, of course, this book is way outdated. Has a picture of an F-15 there, an F-4 Phantom. By the way, apparently the country of Turkey is still flying F-4 Phantoms. They just did a 50th year celebration thing where they flew some. One of them they had painted with the big flag of Turkey right on the back of the airplane. It looks real cool. But F-4 Phantoms are really old now. They used to fly them here at the Air National Guard. So let's see what else did I get. Nothing too crazy this time. All right. When people refer to blue ice, this is what they mean. It's an uncirculated 40% silver dollar, and it was below melt when I got it. They come in this blue envelope and has this card that tells you it's what it is. It's not a proof. In the inside, it'll have a blue thing that says Eisenhower, uncirculated silver dollar, and there's the Eisenhower silver dollar. San Francisco Mint, 71 to 74, and the bicentennial were made in 40% silver. I think that none of them really carries a huge price premium or nothing, so if you find them, try to buy them right around melt. Now, this one will be for Addicted to Minis. And anybody else who likes ship coins. This $1, 2003 from Belize. It's a neat little collection, coins of Belize. There's 6 coins in it. Coin collection, someone put $10, which I do think you're going to be hard pressed to get that kind of money out of one of these. My coin dealer sold it for $2. And I mainly bought it because I like how this ship coin looks. I like selling ships on coins quite a bit. Now, I didn't get a whole lot more, but I did get a pretty interesting Mercury dime. And as you can see, it's toned. And it's kind of toned in a Crescent Moon type design, which to me tells me another dime was sitting over it like this, probably in some kind of little bag, maybe a Crown Royal bag, and it toned the coin. It probably sat in there for a long time. $4, not a real expensive coin. These are very common. This one's like AU probably. If it is an AU, it might be choice extra fine, because it's not totally uncirculated though. The middle band and the lower band and the upper band are starting to take a little bit of wear on them. Those three bands, if they have a line all the way across, they're probably mint state coins. This one has some scratches and stuff, but not worn very much. Actually, it looks pretty nice, and I like the toning. So for $4, I would buy these, more of them if I found them. Now, this little coin collection is foreign stuff. And sometimes when your coin dealer is putting together something like this, they'll make a little mistake. And I'll show you the mistake. Now, all these coins, he wrote all for $12. Well, I'm looking at this one, and you know, it says Canada. Then I look the flip side, it's got a sailboat on it. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, when did Canada ever put a sailboat on the back? Now, they might have done a commemorative, now the dimes have them. But then I looked at the front real close. This is Bahamas, and it's not silver. So he knocked $4 off the price, so all these other ones cost me $8. Now, Canadian dime, it says $1.80, and then it's 1953. It's worn a little, but not too bad. So that's one dime. 1966, still 80% silver. I think 67, maybe 68's when they went to nickel. But, I mean, where's my magnet? Unless I'm wrong about that. If it's nickel, it'll stick right to the magnet. Well, it's not. It sticks a little to the staple, but not the coin. So it's a silver dime. So that's $3.60. Now, this is a 68 quarter. It's not silver. They wrote free on it. Luckily, there is a silver quarter in it. And this one is 1960. 80% silver. It's a third of an ounce of silver weight. So you take $3.60 and about $4. You're talking about $7.60 roughly. And then there's one last coin that is worn some, but it's a lower percentage silver. Someone wrote 6.5. He said he wasn't sure if that's exactly right, and I'm not sure it is either. There's a sailboat on it. I have one that's in slightly better shape. This has been in the card for a while. It's 2.5, and I think this is pronounced Escados, I think. It's hard to pronounce some of these foreign coins denominations, but this one is at least something silver, Portugal, and it's a little bit smaller than a quarter, so it probably would be enough to make this under melt. Now, speaking of some other stuff I got recently, this, put it in a card. It's messed up on the front, and it does have a hole. Now, this says presented to Miss Effie Reese by the Sunday school superintendent, and I can't hardly tell what this name is. It might be 2 letters for their first 2 names, or just one, and then maybe that's an H. I'm really not sure, but I can't prove anything about when this was done. And being it's a seated Liberty coin, it's an older coin, and it's a $50, so it's probably a, hello, Kane's Coins and B and Becky. And B-Man 123, I don't sell. I just show coins and try to teach about their history a little bit. And this is a very interesting coin just because of what they did to it. Since I got it for about the same price as any $50 recently, it's not terribly expensive, at least not to me. $10. Now, a few foreign coins. New Zealand half crown. This is a 37, 2 shillings. It says India on it. What's it say on the front? I think this is British, which would probably make that 50%. And the Australian one is a florin, and it's actually sterling silver. Now, this one has a big hole drilled in it, and it had a pop rivet in it, but I was able to remove that pretty easily. Now, we'll talk about something else. You can get a modern US silver dollar, commemorative one, which is 90% silver. You can get it right at melt. Probably should buy it. My dealer had 4 of these, not all the same design, but 4 different designs. They were all the same price as this one. This one's a proof one, but they made a lot more of these proofs than they did the non-proofs. Now, last night I was talking about these, and this one is a sterling silver coin from between 1818 and 1820s when they made them. It's British. It's hard to read any date, but I think it might be 1819. Being sterling, this thing weighs almost 27 grams of silver weight, even though it's worn. It started out somewhere around 28 point something. Now, these couple cap bust half dollars. One of them you can make out the date enough to know it's 1835. This other one, it's kind of hard to tell. The date's pretty worn. but it could be 32. In fact, if I can get the light to hit it just right, I think it might well be 32, because the top of that second number don't look the same as the last number. But let's talk about the price. Two-seated half dollars from the 1830s. I paid $11 a piece for these, which Addicted to Minis and Loving It said he thought I stole them, and in a way I probably did. This one that I can see more details on, I probably would have paid more for that one than $11, maybe even double. That'd been probably about it. This one though, I might have went a little bit higher than that if he asked for it, but not much. It's pretty worn. Now, the other one was a basic Barber $half that I got. Now, I was showing off a couple other coins. I have this one which I wanted to show last night, but I didn't get it out. In addition to this sterling, this one damaged 1770. It says Patrona Bavaria, and DG Max. It's kind of a neat coin. It's kind of worn, but it's probably at least 90% silver. As you can tell by the ring, it rings quite well. And when I bought this, I'm trying to remember exactly what I paid. It's damaged, so if it's not damaged, it could be worth at least $100 or more, even worn like this without having these holes or partial holes. But of course, you look at this, 2.5 good and 720 silver. And although it's practically a total ghost, there is a little bit left of the date over here, 3/8. I think that's 38. Yeah, it's 38. 720 silver. I was able to identify that, again, thanks to Addicted to Minis. Because he has a bunch of these that are uncirculated. Or he might have sold them, I don't know. And then this German coin from 1912 didn't have the hole. This would likely be maybe $30 with the hole. I think I paid 12, maybe 15. I really don't remember exactly what it was. But it's 1912, a couple years before World War I. Now, I did say, or I haven't said yet, I'm going to pull out a couple more things to sort and look through. Another envelope worth of stuff. You can tell some of this is carded and some of it isn't. All right, this bag, 6 Kennedy $half. The story on this, which is pretty cool, is if this is the right ones. Oh yeah, it is. Because there's two 64s in it. You put the 4, which are 40% down, and look, 1964, 1964. I went to the bank one day and asked them if they had $half. I said, some guy came in with $14 worth of $half. And the teller told the guy, 2 of these are silver and they're worth more than 50 cents. The guy didn't care. He deposited them. By law, the bank can't resell them, but if you're a customer and you ask for them, they'll give them to you. So I scored 2 64s, and then these others are all 60s. 68, 69, 67, 66. All these are 40% silver. So the rest of the coins, they were all copper nickel ones that no one cares about. But I got 6 silver coins for nothing. Well, $3. Can't beat that. I could turn around and sell these for a pretty good profit. If probably will someday, but not today. Now, silver nickels. It's funny saying silver nickel, isn't it? But these are sterling silver coins. Canadian. 1909. In pretty good shape. This is a 10 cents. King Edward. It's also sterling. 1906. And then there's a Barber dime. 1903 Orleans. Which I guess when I was flattening staples, I didn't get that one very good. Nothing super special, but the Orleans Mint, people forget it existed. And they quit making coins in 1909. And then there's another sterling Canadian dime in this, which is dark, but it's got quite a bit of detail left on it. 10 cents, 1913. So all this stuff, these carded coins, I need to work into my box with stuff. I'll do that eventually. But let's look at one more bag. Okay, I got somebody from India watching apparently. Hello. Cool to see you. And all right. Got a few of these. I think all this is Canadian. It's one little bag. All King George, and then this other one, which is also King George, but it's the older King George. This one is 1918, so it's sterling. That's a shilling from 1940. I think it's British. So it's 50% silver. Canadian dime. It's 1943. And what is this last one? We'll have a look at it. Funny, Dustin. That's your coin. You lost it. This is 1947. Dates down here. This one on this side has a K. And it's King Gustav. It's a kronar. I thought it was a King George coin at first, but it isn't. Addicted to minis will probably like this one. I believe this to be silver, but it might be something like 640 or 720%, 72%. But it's interesting foreign coins, so I'll slip that in this bag too, that I kind of sorted slightly. Not sure how much longer I want to go, but One thing I do like quite a bit, though, is big Mexican coins like this one. This is 1902. And it's 90.3% basically silver, just a little over 90%. It's a Mexican coin, dirty, toned. But I got it at a pretty good price, considering how much online got people like AmpMex ask for these, Libertad. And then 5 peso, 48, 90%, 30 grams. The 47, same design, less minted. In Mexican silver, consistently changed its amount. This peso coin from 33 is 720 silver, 0.720. Now, they would end up making one later that was 10% silver. So it's not very much value. We'll look at one more thing. I don't even remember what's in this. Then I'm probably going to go ahead and shut down for the night. All right. First off, this particular 76D penny, or cent, you can see it has, there, we'll get that like this where you can see it a little bit better. It's the Continental United States outline stamp there, and a Liberty Bell over here. I don't know who did this. Somebody stamped it. And when I bought this Moroccan coin, I had a feeling it could be. Don't worry about that price. I didn't pay that much. Thought it might be silver, but turns out it isn't. It's neat design though, 50 centimes, but it's not silver. And this is what they call a Lucky Lindbergh coin. Charles Lindbergh, 1927, Captain Charles Lindbergh. First non-stop flight New York to Paris. And this airplane is the design, the Spirit of St. Louis. And it's got a couple lucky symbols on the shield there. Lucky Lindbergh coin. I'm trying to find a lot of details about this, but I haven't been able to find much. But I got it about what they usually go online, so I wasn't too disappointed. Again, never mind that price, it wasn't that much. But hoping everyone is having a good night. Hello, Black. I ask you a question. You're still there? Ever seen a 1921 Morgan that had the date ground off? I didn't do this. Before you think I did. Apparently they use these in Reno in slot machines. Because back then, in the 70s, this dollar coin was worth more as a dollar than it was in silver. But it's older, and the casino didn't want people running off with the coin. Let's see if I can get this to ping nicely. US silver does have a nice ping to it, 90%. I don't know how long you'll be able to hear the ring. I can still hear it. And now it's gone. But yeah, if you can ever buy cap bust half dollars that are damaged like this, worn real bad, for $11 each, I'd probably buy them anytime I could. I don't know if I'll ever be able to get that kind of price on one of these again. But just have a look at the back of this one. It's not worn as bad. It's worn a bit and scratched and damaged, but it's 1835. It's a 190-year-old coin. Among the oldest U.S. silver coins I have are these. I have an 1831 and an 1825 as well, but they're under lock in a vault. So I think I'm probably going to stop tonight on looking through some of this other stuff and just tell everyone I hope everyone has a good night. And if you like this, like and subscribe. And check out some of my other videos. The shorts are a lot shorter than this live stream is going to be. But yeah, $11 a piece. Nice price. And this is probably my oldest silver coin. 1770, unless it's been restruck. It's quite old. This is like shipwreck coins. It's the kind of stuff you'd expect to find in a shipwreck. Although, if this stuff is out on the ocean floor and getting slid back and forth over rocks, sand, and other stuff, it'll wear down quite a bit. I've seen some silver coins they pulled up in one of them shows. What's left of them. The edge gets worn down so much that it's like a razor, real sharp. But them shipwrecks happened a lot. And there's a lot of coins that are still unaccounted for. This one technically is old enough. It could have been a shipwreck coin too, from the 1880s. Or this one's 1818, I mean, or 19, somewhere around there. It's the kind of coin you might expect to find in a shipwreck as well. I hope everyone has a good night. I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream. And hope that everyone has a good night, and we'll see you again soon.